If you've ever dealt with that deep pinching pain in the front of your hip when you're at the bottom of the squat, you know exactly how frustrating and annoying it can be. A lot of people think that they just have to stop training or resort to things like injections or surgery or more intensive treatments like that to solve this, but in many cases this just isn't true, and there are strategies that you can do to help alleviate the pain while also staying in the gym doing things that you love. In fact, we're going to cover 3 of our favorite strategies that we use with a lot of our clients who have this exact same type of issue. The first strategy is just to work on hip internal rotation range of motion. This is a movement of your hip that's pretty important for full depth squatting, and with a lot of our clients who have this front-sided hip pinching pain, it can be restricted or limited. We often take our clients through a series or progression of stretches where we start with our hip in a more neutral position while improving internal rotation and slowly work it into a more flexed position to mimic the demands of squatting. The first drill is just a half kneeling hip internal rotation stretch. To do this, you're going to get set up in a half kneeling position with the foot of the hip that you're stretching resting against something that won't move, such as a heavy kettlebell, dumbbell, or a box. Walk the other foot across your body so that you're trying to turn towards that backside foot and hold this stretch position for about 30 to 60 seconds, doing about 3 to 5 stretches. Next, we're going to switch to a 90-90 hip internal rotation stretch, in which you get set up obviously in the 90-90 position. From here, you're going to lean back so that you're resting your body weight on both hands and turn the chest towards the backside foot of the hip that you're trying to stretch to get a good stretch into internal rotation. Also hold this stretch for about 30 to 60 seconds, performing 3 to 5 reps. And lastly, we have a banded hip internal rotation mobilization. To do this mobilization, you're going to grab a thick band and loop it around a squat rack or something else that won't move. From here, put the leg that you want to stretch to the hip and through the band and have the band as high up in the hip crease as possible. Move away from the squat rack so there's a decent amount of tension on the band with it pulling backwards and slightly to the side. From here, take your hand, pull that knee across your body, and hold that position for about 5 to 10 seconds, performing 3 sets of 5 reps. With any of these stretches or mobilizations, it's important to not push through a ton of pain or discomfort and just to go for a more mild to moderate stretch. The next strategy is to work on the strength and load capacity of the hip flexors themselves. 2 of our favorite drills are the supine psoas march and the cable 45-degree hip flexion. For the psoas march, simply take a light looped mini band, put it around your feet, and lie flat on your back. From here, pull one leg up to as high into hip flexion as you can comfortably. Hold that position for about 2 to 3 seconds, performing about 8 to 10 reps for 3 sets. For the 45-degree cable extension, you're just going to take a cuff, attach it to your ankle, and then put that to a cable set low on the rack. Turn around so that you're facing away from the cable system and hold on to something for balance. From here, pull up and forwards, going as high into hip flexion as is comfortable, again holding for about 2 seconds before slowly returning to the starting position. Perform 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps per side. And the last strategy is to simply modify your squatting for the time being while you let your hip calm down. To do this, we usually either use box squats or pin squats because you can adjust the height to keep it in a comfortable range of motion. We have our clients start with a higher height, performing their squat training as they normally would, and slowly lower the height of either the box or the pins until they're at their full depth that they want to be training towards comfortably. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more information just like this, and if you have any questions whatsoever, just leave them below and we'll answer them for you.